What's up, guys? This is Javon Studios here, and today I'm really frustrated with Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical Mode. A lot of people praised this mode when it first came out. They said it was a really good mode. It sort of improves on the difficulty, which uh, sort of, in a way, I'll get to that in a minute. Um, Going into this critical mode, I'm very familiar with the Kingdom Hearts 3 formula. I know the combat very well. I know you know the mechanics of it, and I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. I only had two strategies for Kingdom Hearts 3 critical mode. I only had two strategies. I I only played Proud mode first, and then I went to Standard to try it out, and then I went to Beginners. I beat the game on Beginners mode in 7 hours. 7 hours, okay. And then the longest playthrough I have with Kingdom Hearts 3 is the Proud mode, which is my main playthrough. It was pretty much I put like 88 hours into it. That's just me collecting things and whatnot, with the gummy ships and getting the keyblades and whatnot. I still don't have Ultima. I just think it's not worth it. I don't want to be. I'm already overpowered as it is. I hit level 99 on Proud mode anyway. I am planning on doing level 1 runs, level 1 Proud mode, level 1 critical mode. That's probably gonna be. I'm not sure how many days I have left until Remind, but pretty much the past couple of weeks I've been live streaming this game to death on Twitch. I have like a whole 20-hour plus archive, I think still archive playthrough of it on critical mode on my Twitch channel. You guys should follow me on my Twitch channel. I am having a schedule and other updates and designs and whatnot coming up on my Twitch channel. I think you would very, very much like it. But on to the topic at hand. Critical mode. For me, it was disappointing. It was quite disappointing. I'll say this though. I'll say this. The end game is fantastic. It's great. The last couple of bosses, it was rather fantastic. However, I feel like I died the same amount of times I did on Proud mode. It always seems like this strange game design here that the end game is always more challenging, and the final boss is more challenging than the entire game itself. That's what it feels like. But for me, for some reason, I'm really annoyed with that design. I really am. So everything else, I pretty much just went through the game with two strategies. I'll name these strategies. Basically, it was just, and you see that I'm on the secret boss. I'm about to face the Dark Inferno. I'm going to explain this. Oh, and there's my stats on screen as well. But I'm going to explain the two strategies I had going through the entire playthrough of critical mode, basically, which is just shocking. It's shockingly easy and simple. It is. As long as you keep distances, as I would say, that number one strategy I had was retreat and to attack. Okay, retreat, attack, rinse and repeat. That is basically the first one, and that's, I would say, that's pretty good pretty good strategy, because I got the idea of it after reading about how AI pretty much is when it comes to robots and their strategies when playing chess with actual normal people. It turns out that the AI often retreats and go back to their ideas and try to find a different way to win, to make moves on the chessboard, which is very interesting because if you come to think of it, when we have, challenging things to do, and games and whatnot, we don't like to admit defeat and change up our strategies, even though the strategy may be flawed, we may not be playing seriously enough and whatnot. But you'll see here that this Dark Inferno boss fight is pretty much my favorite boss. However, it does have its problems. You notice that it only has 3 attack sets, sort of sets, if you can call it that. One really is a set, this long attack here, but other than that, it's just pretty simplistic things to remember. And so you saw there, I attacked, I did the counter, and I'm going for the full combo. Now basically, my second strategy here, which plays out very, very well, is not being greedy. That's my second strategy. It kind of goes with attacking and retreating, but not being greedy. That means that also goes with waiting for an opportunity. That's pretty much the pinnacle of harder difficulty. That's basically the basics of understanding hard difficulty. And I got through that and decent timing on critical mode. I was expecting, like, this is my first full playthrough of critical mode. I went through the entire thing, 20 hours, just these two strategies, and I ended up just fine until the last bit of the game, the last the four-ish hours or so. There was only 3 streams of finishing it, so probably each one was about an hour or 2 hours, 40 minutes or so. Again, they're on Twitch. You can go and watch the stream. The link will be in the description. My issue is that the entire game on harder difficulty became more tedious and more annoying on certain parts. So, like, for example, the Frozen world became more tedious except for the final boss. I don't like the final boss in that world. The story is terrible on Frozen. I don't like the world very much. But it seems like also the developers think that having alarming numbers of enemies on screen equals challenge and difficulty, when it doesn't. It just makes more noise. Look at Destiny, for example. Destiny, I went through that entire, the base game, the Red War, for a review, for revisiting review. I went through that entire game. I probably died 4 times, and of course that had to be the end game. But the amount of enemies that are on screen at one time, it was just complete nonsense. It was nonsensical. So I'm happy that the end game, some of the end game with Dark Inferno here, I am satisfied with this boss. As you can see here, it forced me, I have to admit something, it actually forced me to have a third strategy, and that is to use those Keyblade transformations with invisible frames. But even that comes with a problem. The dodging animation lasts only a second. The dodging invincibility frames last a second, and then the entire animation is like a second more. If the entire animation is 2 seconds, then a dodging animation is just 1 second. And then with these keyblades here, you saw it earlier. I right now, Wheel of Fate is at 10 strength, okay, and then 10 magic. That's my strongest keyblade at the moment. Wheel of Fate. And then I have Nano Gear, which is how many hours did I have that keyblade? It's the most used keyblade I have so far. I'll bring it up and have a stat here. Probably 6 hours and 35 minutes with just that one keyblade. It got me out of a lot of situations because it's broken. It's a broken keyblade. They are literally broken keyblades. So I'm going through this. I feel like I should have played on full full New Game Plus, but even though that probably wouldn't have helped very much because Kingdom Key is OP still, even though I didn't use it very much. It was OP on prod mode, so I didn't want to trust it here. I didn't even use Nano Gear very much on prod mode, I think. I'm not even sure. But that was as you saw, that was the fight. Those 3 strategies worked very well for it. 2 strategies for the entire game, which is just nonsensical. I'm on level 48, and pretty much I can take down everything else in the entire game. It's level 48 on critical mode, but yet for Dark Inferno I had to go to level 70 just to take him out on proud mode. What happened? What happened? What level is Dark Inferno on anyway? Isn't he 70? How did I take him out on critical mode on level 48? I don't get it. I don't understand. This worries me for Remind. It really does. I'm probably gonna get it. I don't know. I think I get paid that week. I was planning on getting it sooner or later. But anyway, yeah, this is the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for watching my rant. Follow me on Twitch. Subscribe to the channel and like the video if you want. Comment, whichever. This is Javon's video signing out. Have a good one.